So on the 3-year anniversary of MTA Consultancy, I wanted to share an interesting post about this book, Make the Adjustment. I started my business in May of 2023. I started writing the book about 2 months later. And 2.5 years in, I hired a coach named Dan Martell. I was talking about my book and why I wrote the book for, other business leaders, owners, entrepreneurs that want to get better, make the adjustment, improve their outcomes. And he said, Chris, he goes, you didn't write the book for them, you wrote it for you. And I'm like, no. I'm like, that is not the case. I'm like, so I look into the table of contents today. Why are you here? Self-awareness, shrink your inner circle, have an owner's mentality, understand and lead change, self-control, goal setting, relentless persistence, handling adversity, being courageous, optimism, discipline, and belief, holding yourself and others accountable, balancing confidence and humility. And I went back and reread my book. And Dan Martell was right. I wrote the book for myself. But I think we as coaches, gang, we put on this aura of we have all the answers. And what's interesting about this book is I wrote the book when I was growing my business, going through massive change in my personal and professional life. And I thought I was going to write a leadership book like a Simon Sinek, Start With Why, or a Jocko Willink, type of a book on leadership and extreme ownership. And it ended up being a memoir, but it's a memoir and a book on how to improve your outcomes both at work and at home. And I have been around in my lifetime, been very lucky to be around elite athletes, elite managers in sports and in business and business owners, literally the top 1% of 1%. And I'm telling you, one of the constants, gang, is the continuously trying to improve, trying to get better, constantly making the adjustment, never being happy where you're at. It's so funny. I think about, people like Michael Jordan I played baseball with. The guy wins 3 NBA titles, plays minor league baseball, goes back to prove to other people he can win 3 more. Tom Brady's great quote, well, what's your favorite Super Bowl? The next one. I think about business owners, Angelo Perino at Nutri. Record sales year over year. Never enough, pedal down, all in. It's just this constant wanting to get better and improve and win. And losing is a temporary state. It's just a setback. It's just a learning opportunity. It's not I'm going to quit. And I think that's the number one thing, gang. Dan Foley, one of my mentors from 30 years ago, said this to me. I said, Dan, what's the key to being successful in business? He literally, this is all he said. He goes, Chris, just don't quit. In 3 years into MTA Consultancy, twice I thought about it. Twice it got hard. I've been bootstrapping the business with my own money, no investors, no PE firm, just doing it on my own. And there were 2 times I was like, is this worth it? And thankfully, between my wife, my dad, my mom, family, friends, and honestly, my inner tuning fork just telling me it is worth it. But it's not easy, gang. And I think we as coaches sometimes put on this aura, we have it all figured out. We have a lot of things figured out. We don't have it all figured out. We're always learning as well. So today's post is about humility, chapter 13, confidence, humility. I've always been confident this would work out. I've always been confident I can help the clients that I partner with. But the humility side of it is it's a hard road, gang. And anybody who has the courage to start a business knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. It ain't easy. I know sometimes on social we make it look easy. It is not, I can promise you. But it is absolutely worth it. So 3 years into MTA with a 10-year plan. We will see you in the year, 2034, when we hit our 10-year anniversary. But until then, thanks for being along the ride and continue to make the adjustment, both personally and professionally.